After Spider-Man Brand New Day, fan hype surrounding the Hulk has reached an all-time high once again. Yet, why isn't Marvel making a solo Hulk movie? Even though the Hulk is just as popular a character in the MCU as Iron Man, Thor and Doctor Strange. Sitting aside the rest of the OG Avengers, Marvel has released 2 solo movies for Captain Marvel, 3 for Ant-Man and 4 Captain America films including Brave New World. Meanwhile, the Incredible Hulk, despite being a part of MCU, is a movie Marvel would rather fans completely forget. But why? You are about to find out. Marvel isn't announcing any solo Hulk movies, with their multiverse saga almost at its end and the upcoming mutant saga set to focus primarily on mutants. The chances of a solo Hulk movie coming out are extremely low. So even though right after Brand New Day would be the perfect moment to announce one, Marvel won't do it. While many believe distribution rights are the only issue, there is actually another major reason behind not making a solo film for him. What are these 2 reasons? Well bros, first there's the issue of film rights. Marvel Studios has been able to use Hulk in the MCU for years. That's why we've seen the character appear in the Avengers, Thor Ragnarok, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, She-Hulk and now Spider-Man Brand New Day. In other words, Marvel can use Hulk in team-up projects. The real problem arises when Marvel wants to make a solo Hulk movie. Back in the 1990s, Marvel was going through a severe financial crisis to keep the company alive. It sold the film rights to several of its most popular characters to different studios. During that period, Universal Pictures acquired the film rights to Hulk, which eventually led to Ang Lee's Hulk in 2003. Later, when Marvel Studios began building the MCU, Marvel reached an agreement with Universal that was somewhat similar to its arrangement with Sony regarding Spider-Man. However, there was an important difference. Although the exact terms of the agreement have never been publicly disclosed, industry reports have long suggested that if Marvel makes a solo Hulk movie, Universal would have the first right to distribute it. In simple terms, Marvel can make a solo Hulk movie, but Universal would reportedly have significant control over its theatrical distribution, and naturally Universal would also receive a portion of the movie's revenue. For Disney, this isn't an ideal situation. Disney would obviously prefer to control everything from production and marketing to distribution so that the majority of the profits remain within Disney and Marvel. But the rights issue isn't the only problem. Yes bros, well, everyone loves the Hulk and want to see a solo movie. His human form, Bruce Banner, can come across as quite boring to the general audience. Whenever Bruce Banner is on screen, fans are often just waited for him to transform into the Hulk. However, the Hulk is essentially an uncontrollable monster, so building an entire 2-hour story around him alone is difficult. A solo Hulk movie would inevitably need to spend a significant amount of screen time on Bruce Banner. We saw this problem to some extent in The Incredible Hulk. Following the massive success of Iron Man, Marvel released The Incredible Hulk in 2008. However, the movie failed to become the major success Marvel had hoped for. Made on reported budget of around $150 million, the movie earned roughly $134 million domestically. Afterward, Marvel moved forward with a major recasting, bringing Mark Ruffalo into the role of Bruce Banner for the Avengers. Since then, Marvel has found a different solution. Instead of giving Hulk another solo movie, Marvel has gradually told his story through other MCU projects. If you notice closely, Marvel managed to give us a proper Hulk arc without ever making a solo movie. In the Avengers, we show Bruce Banner and Hulk struggling with their relationship and inner conflict. In Avengers Age of Ultron, we explored Bruce's scientific intelligence, his relationship with Tony Stark and his complicated romantic situation with Black Widow. Then come Thor Ragnarok. Technically it's a Thor movie, but many fans consider it an unofficial Hulk movie because Hulk received a huge amount of screen time and significant character development. His friendship and rivalry with Thor become one of highlights of the film. Then in Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, Bruce Banner went through perhaps the most important transformation of his entire MCU journey. Instead of Bruce and Hulk constantly fighting for control, Banner eventually found a balance between the 2 personalities and became Smart Hulk. And now with Savage Hulk Hulk returning in Brand New Day, we will likely experience the next chapter of his journey in Avengers, Doomsday or Secret Wars. So whether a solo Hulk movie happens now or not doesn't really change much. What do you think?